Alright, so how do I submit this? Okay, this is with the 5 seconds finding the send button. Once again, just showing you how unprepared I am.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 6 of the 12-minute AI Game Development Challenge. This video is being recorded on the move, so hopefully it turns out alright. Now, another difference for today's episode is that I will be using Windsurf as the code editor for today's challenge. Codium just announced Wave 3, which is their latest version of the editor with plenty of new functionality, and I've heard lots of great things about it, so I thought why not give it a try.
We're just about to get started. I'm going to try to mimic what I did with the breakout game that I did, creating a high-level implementation plan using DeepSeek, and then I will use SONNET Claude to implement. So very similar to my breakout episode. So very new to Windsurf, to be perfectly honest. So just to quickly give an overview, I've added the Windsurf rules here. So this mimics pretty much what I have in cursor rules. I've added the project rules over here that I have as part of cursor. So you can see I just create a section underneath. I don't know how to do specific rules like these in Windsurf. I'm still very new, so we'll see how it goes. So Sokoban is one of those games that is actually quite straightforward, actually really fun, and can become very complicated just with the different level design. Once you get the mechanics, you pretty much can create different levels quite easily. But let's see, what do I need to do here? I think it's Command L. We'll make sure that you're in right mode over here, and I believe we need to do turbo mode, so it's actually something that we need to toggle on here, turbo mode. So let's see if this works. Completely new to this. Actually, how do I do a timer? I just realized I don't have a timer set up. Just how prepared I am for this. I'm also using a Mac this time. I usually work on a Windows machine. There we go. So the timer's there. Turbo mode's on. Alright, so the goal is to create a high-level implementation plan for the game of Sokoban in plan.md. Take into account the ECS technical architecture of the codebase described in technical design. Take into account the existing codebase in source. The game should be implemented in game.ts. There we go. And let's see what happens. Okay, so just looking at the plan, it looks pretty good. Let's getting all this level editor. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, okay, so that's a good plan. I don't understand why it didn't finish up this. So it's still going, still thinking. Okay, this is a good plan, but I don't understand why it does this. So just save this, and let's just stop it. Done. I'm gonna create a new window. Okay, so that's that. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put this in now. So switch this to Claude. Implement based on the plan in /MD. Make sure to use game.ts. Adhere to the full structure CS technical design. The existing menu scene. I don't need this. Mentioned before because it's actually part of Windsurf rules. Okay, so we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, and it's always hard to press that button to select it into Windsurf, but we'll see how it fares. So it's still my very first stages of using Windsurf to build. Still getting used to the UI as well. A little bit like Copilot. Hit a few snags, like for example, the plan, even though I accepted it, didn't actually look like that. It had kind of like a meta LLM placeholders where I didn't insert it properly. So I don't know why I did it that way. I'm hopeful that it will yield better results. So for people who've never seen this before, this is the placeholder starting scene. It has very simple camera controls, some fixed cameras that allow me to quickly scan the environment. And the good thing about this is that, well, the reason why these camera angles are important is that there was one time I did a challenge. I think it was the last video that I did, and it was actually building it just off the camera, just in front of the camera, and then I thought it wasn't actually in progress. And then I actually kind of blamed I was like, oh, why isn't it working? But actually, it turns out that all the characters have been placed like just over there. And let's take a look back here in Windsurf. It's created all the components that it needs to, and it's updating the game scene to replace the placeholder elements and set up the new game state, which is great. So this is usually the big one. Once it makes the changes here, it's usually the point in which we start to see the most of the amount of changes. So it's going to verify the changes. So that's cool. Remove it. No. Completely just deleted the window. Let me try to get this back. Okay. Is this back? It's back again. Completely blocked the window. Gotta be careful with the hotkeys. So it's using the components. It's creating the systems now within. So it actually removed the placeholders, which is great. It's created the clear movement system and particle system. I think it just needs to add it to the scene, and we should be good to go. So just under 3 minutes so far. We'll see if this brings us to a good state here. Okay, so it says it's done. I'm gonna set on. What's happening? Can you see anything on screen? I don't see anything on screen. Am I right? Okay, so I'm gonna say I do not. Game scene has nothing showing up. So let's see if it managed to. I don't know why. Okay, so it's adding the visual representation of the entities. Okay. Maybe I should have specified to use basic geometry to create the characters. But let's see if we can figure it out on its own. Create a grid mesh system. And I'm hoping that we will get a bit further. So it's just a third of the way through. I haven't really got anything on screen, but usually the first stage is the hardest. So let's see. Nope. I don't see anything. Nothing is coming on screen. Oh, wait, I see it now. Ah, interesting. Okay, so I see it now. So the arrow keys on multiplayer. Arrow keys are not working as far as I can tell. I'm just gonna say movement is not working, but I can see everything now. This is the top view. Oh, top view. And I'm just adjusting the arrow keys. So okay, so it's actually got this stuff right. So for some reason just now it didn't add any visual representation, so it figured that out, and now it just needs to figure out the movement. So at least it's showing it on screen now. That's pretty good. And I'm glad I had all this custom padding. So it says that we should be able to move now. So let's see what. How does it do that? How does it do that every time? Huh? Oh, okay. So why is that? It takes a while to go. Oh, it's actually because. Why does it take a while to load? Is it just taking a while to load? So I have to do this and do that before I see it. It's very weird, but at least it works now. Okay, so for some reason, okay, so that works now. Okay, it says I can push. Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. Actually, it's actually working. Oh, great. It says push it goal state. No goal state triggered, but movement and pushing is working. So I don't know why I have to do this strange thing with kind of opening the console before things render. It's very bizarre. I've never seen this before. See, I open the console and then it appears. I'll just leave it at that for now. It's probably some weird thing. Which I think is okay. I think to move on for now. Otherwise, time's up. I'm terrible at this game, but otherwise, it's actually looking pretty well. Okay, so I just spent a bit of time trying to fix up a couple of issues that we had earlier. If you recall, one of the issues was that when we loaded the game, we always had to open the console before anything loaded. So it has been fixed now. And then the other thing is the debug grid was kind of off-center. Now the debug grid is correct. So there's another issue where once you go to the goal state, it was supposed to be green, but now you can still move it. So I've just prompted Windsurf, see how it handles the goal state. Yeah, okay, so it says that it did identify the issue. So I'd like to fix up a couple more issues, just getting used to getting used to Windsurf, and then that will allow us to wrap this challenge up. It would be great to have an undo system, which I think is part of the plan. So let's get that. Okay, good. Alright, so what I'm going to try now is I'm going to actually prompt it by saying the code base is currently in a partially implemented state based on the code base in source. Determine my AirPods keep disconnecting, so it's going to keep clicking in and out. So let's see where we are at, right? So it says it's finished phase 2. Phase 3 UI. Okay, so just looking at what it says and looking back at plan, I feel that the victory system is still it's not really done, right? So it's done everything else up to here. I'm gonna say implement victory system that either progresses the player to the next level or game over entirely. So it started to continue here, and overall, the game is actually in a good state. It's kind of got at least the base level done. It's got the main mechanics correctly sorted as well. Technically, you'll be able to build upon this and just have more levels. It'd be great to have an undo functionality and proper level progression, which is what I've just asked it to do next. And we'll see how this fares. So it's showing the number of moves now. Let's go to the top-down view. And it's not counting the moves. That's one thing, but let's see if the progression works. Great, so level complete, move 23. It didn't update the UI, and it didn't progress to the next level. Okay, say fix the following issues. Game HUD is not updating. After completing the level, it does not progress. So hopefully we can fix these two things and we'll be in a good state. Okay, let's see where it's gotten to. While it's churning away, it's worthwhile just taking a quick look. It's got a really nice level system here, the way that it's represented the level, as well as with a legend and using a JSON format, very extensible. So it's really cool. Level 2 has 2 boxes, which is going to be harder, and then final challenge is probably going to be really hard. So it says it's fixed all of the stuff, so let's try it out now. Okay, so at least the first level is fairly easy. The moves counter is working. Next level in 2 seconds. But it doesn't progress. Okay, so I'll say finally, game still does not progress. And let's just quickly check the debug console. Okay, so that's probably the following error occurs in the console. I suspect that's probably why. So it's not that the system isn't implemented, it's that there's a bug. And so hopefully you'll be able to fix it with this prompt. And we should stop the game definitely once it's over. I suppose, you know, if it did transit to the next level, it would have stopped the game anyway. And it's nice, you can play this in 3D as well, even though I don't know how playable it really is. So it seems to have found the issue, at least it says, based on the stack trace that I gave it. And it probably will accept all here now, and let's try. Alright, okay. 20 moves. Alright, now we're in the second level now. So at least that's working now. So I'm gonna see if we can, what else we can do, and continue progressing this, but probably gonna end it here.